I'm Ryan Besson from the PopCulturists, and today's video is something a little bit different. Some of you may know that on January 10th we were at the Geelong Gamer Convention, the first of its kind here in Geelong, and we had a little panel. We were able to go up on a stage and chat to some of you fine folk about what it's like for us to make YouTube content, to make YouTube videos, and to run it like a business as we do. So we thought we would share that with you. Now there's only one downside though. So Dylan, I don't think he realized that we were going to put this video up at some point. He kind of filmed it like an enthusiastic mother at a primary school play. There's a lot of unnecessary zooms, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of footage of the floor at some point when he felt the need to walk around one side of the stage to the other. Some of it's a mess, but we said some cool things, and I think it's a great conversation that you guys might want to check out. So anyway, that was the Geelong Gamer Convention. Now, if you did like the little panel, if you were there at the event, comment below, let us know what you think. It was great to have a chat with some of you. And I know we did meet some of you for the very first time, and it was so good to see you guys, to see all your faces and all your names in our groups and stuff now. It's fantastic. But anyway, enjoy the panel from the Geelong Gamer Convention. Weird pause in the middle there.
Ryan, it's stuck. There we go.
I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Saunders.
We are the PopCulturists, and how y'all doing? Yeah, we are a little YouTube channel
Hold up.
thing.
Hold up.
What?
You say you want to stand, and then I say let's sit.
Yeah, you put the
and then
chair.
you start to sit.
Dude, I'm a large man. I sit down when I can. Right. If I have the option to sit down and breathe easy, I'm sitting down. That guy knows. Let's give a round of applause for sitting. So yeah, we are a little YouTube channel / media outlet based out of here in Geelong, where we cover video games predominantly. Yeah, woo, Geelong! Yeah, I know my crowd. We talk about movies and video games and all that sort of stuff. So we thought we'd come up here and we'd have a chat with you guys about, what it's like to run a video game YouTube channel, to make it as a business. For us, it is a business.
I can summarize really quickly.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's really hard.
And we've also got some giveaways. We've reached out to some of our PR friends and we've got ourselves some game codes. So if, we get some good questions, you get yourself a game.
I like games.
Yeah. Where do you want to kick things off?
Well,
Should we mention where we started?
Yeah,
right?
where did we start?
All right.
Well, where did you start?
So the PopCulturist started as a brainchild of mine. I moved to Geelong. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, I wanted to do a show about video games and movies, but very structured, make it like a business. So we reached.
That didn't work at all.
So we started at the 94.7 The Pulse, the community radio station here in Geelong.
Woo, the Pulse.
Woo, the Pulse.
Craig back there from the Mullet Show.
Yeah. So we did that for about how long was that for? About a year and a half.
Yeah, roughly.
We did that about a year and a half. Then we moved to work with another website called NovaStream. And then about a year, almost to the day, actually, we started by ourselves on YouTube, making YouTube videos every week, focusing on videos and games and movies.
Many videos.
So happy birthday to us, I guess. Woo.
We've worked together for 4 years and we can't even high-five each other.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that's the story of where we are when we came from here. It's just sort of, but yeah, what's
what I didn't realise getting into YouTube is how much you stare at that subscriber count. To this day, I get up in the morning and I instantly go to check our sub count. If we lose one sub,
I cry. I used to cry.
Crushes me hard.
I would be like, okay.
Or we put up a video that gets 50 likes and 1 dislike, and you don't look at the likes and go, we got a dislike.
Okay, when you first started, there's a couple milestones you want to hit, and these milestones are good and bad. The first one is your first 100 subs. You get your first 100 subs, you are having the greatest time in the world. Everything is awesome. Then you get a dislike on your video, and the world sucks.
Mind you, 50% of our first 100 subs were our parents and friends and family.
Yeah.
Default subs.
So that's the one, probably the key thing. Like YouTube works in waves, right? So you start off really good because all your friends, all your family, they're all like, woo, we'll support your thing, woo. So you get this nice, I'm gonna go this way so you guys can see. Start at 0, you go up, like, yeah, woo! And then everyone stops giving a crap anymore, so it plateaus out.
It actually drops about.
And then your parents like, I hate my child, and then they drop again. And then eventually the whole thing is building it back up and keeping it steady. Because we've been doing this like YouTube solely for a year at this point, and like it's been tough.
I think the biggest revelation we had when it came to YouTube was consistency.
Yeah.
As in, once you really need to figure out a schedule that works for you and you alone, even if it's one video a week, same day, same time, so the people that do follow you know exactly when they can expect.
Exactly. Like an example would be, say if the channel that we use the most is Kind of Funny. Does anyone know who Kind of Funny are? One person, thank you very much, Ian. So they are consistent to a T. Every month, like every Monday, Tuesday, like every day of the week, the video will be up at 9 a.m. US time. So you know when you wake up, you look at it and it's there. That's the key. That's one of the key things.
And that's what we weren't doing right.
No, we were just like, here's a video, here you go. And no one's like, I don't care.
Yeah. Plus, to get the traction over there, of course, social media is incredibly important, as much as I'm not a fan.
So you hate social media, like viscerally.
Oh, that's a harsh word. But you can't just expect to put a video on YouTube and expect people to somehow find it.
Now, of course, if you guys have any questions throughout, as I mentioned, we'll be giving away some games, some good questions. So if you got anything, just yell at us. Not you, you work for us. That doesn't count. Yes. We only have the one channel. So that's sort of the key, right? You'll find a lot of channels have their one channel, their gaming channel, their vlog channel, like 1,000 channels. What you need to do is you need to focus it together. Have one channel that can have everything that you need. So if we'll say it's your channel, right, and you're running it, people want to come to see you. So put everything you can into that one channel, bring all those numbers together, and just make better content, right?
There is a certain point that comes where you can start to branch off to do other channels, but that point is so far down the road, and it is seems really insurmountable.
Yeah. Because
I didn't realize, sorry to cut you off. You don't realize how hard it is until you start.
Oh my God, when we had that realization, we're like, man, no one cares about the written word anymore. I don't read anything. Do you read anything? No. I read comic books because they're predominantly pictures. I'm like, oh, that's Superman. What does he say?
He's punching the bag.
No, he punched a dude. I know that. That's pretty straightforward. Superman went into a room, punched a dude loses, Superman wins. Good.
How did you get... I got lost how you got to that point.
Oh yeah, so like reading, right? No one reads. So when I was like, cool, it's easy. We'll go to YouTube and we'll just make videos. It's that easy. Make it, put it up. You tend to forget that one like 10-minute video could take you the better part of like 8 hours. To edit.
Editing. Oh, don't get me started on editing.
Because that's the one thing, right? Because you don't want to just film it and put it up, because then you're like everybody else. You want to make your video stand out, and that means doing something unique, doing something different, investing that time. And the toughest thing is, as we mentioned, when you are kicking things off and you're trying to make it work to the best you can, and like you spend hours and hours and time and money.
Lots of money.
So much money. And then you put all this time and effort and the video gets 10 views.
Well, yeah, like, so when we started doing our solo venture about a year ago, we'd spend 8, 9, 10 hours editing a video.
Yeah, my wife wanted to strangle me.
Yeah, well, Dylan sometimes for our bigger videos, he'd put in the better part of 24 hours total, and we finally put it up and it gets 20 views, and you go, oh...
I think
it's not worth it.
That's like the biggest thing. It's like that threshold of like knowing you're like, oh, it's not going to do much, whatever. But you break through that and you just do it because you love it.
Yeah. What's worked for us recently is starting to live stream.
Dude, live streams are huge. You get like live streams? Yeah.
Yeah, live streams.
Yeah, live streams are massive. Like, we were like, live streams are dumb. And then I do one and I was like, live streams are awesome.
It's the best thing ever. But the amount of return you get for doing a live stream versus time invested actually works out to be in your favour. Because with the live stream, you set it all up, it takes a bit of time to set up, but once you've set it up, you do the live stream for 2 hours, finish the live stream, the video goes on YouTube and you're done. Whereas we'll spend 2 hours recording a video and then spend 10 hours editing it and get half the return.
And by far the toughest thing when it comes to the live streams is setting everything up that you need. You need to get the capture card, you need to get a computer that run it sufficiently. Like for a while we were running off an old laptop of mine and it just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then our buddy Lee arranged a computer for us and saved the day. So now we stream with no problems, there's no hiccups, there's nothing. It's perfect, and like that is the biggest hurdle, and it's where a lot of the cost will come from initially. Having a decent computer, having the software that you need, as well as all the consoles and games and everything you need.
But just because everything runs fine, doesn't mean we're good at it.
Oh God, no, I'm horrible at it.
I jump into yours when you stream without me sometimes, just to see what I actually go in there to check up on you. Because the streams get so much traction that unfortunately you're going to be dealing with some trolls. And some people that just get in there just to...
I should have mentioned as well. So what do you play on, buddy? PC or PS4? PC? Here, have a code for Viking Wolves of Midgard. There you go. Enjoy.
Congratulations, dude. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is dealing with the negativity that comes with it.
Oh man,
you can be as genuine as you want to be, but there will be someone that gets on there and just says some mean things.
Right now, we're trying to have a panel, there's a baby crying.
Oh my God.
It's just instantly negative.
We know the baby though, so that's okay.
Yeah, man.
But you know what I mean? And it's really hard to disassociate yourself from taking it to heart.
Oh yeah, as I mentioned, like because I invested so much time and effort into this, like the PopCulturists as a brand. Like it's our baby, but it's my baby.
I'm happy for it.
Like you're a really supportive
co-parent. Just came in late, cooked tea and leave.
Yeah, you're like, I had nothing to do with like the baby part, but now it's a toddler, I'm gonna come in, be cool dad.
Yeah.
And then bail.
Yeah, and then when it gets hard, I'll go home.
Like when it gets super hard, the baby's crying, like, oh man, it's in your house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you need to have a base of operations.
Yeah, so like the base operations, like we run entirely out of the spare bedroom in my house. Well, I'm lucky enough that the wife didn't really have a choice. I was like, that room in the back, that's where we're gonna do things. And she's like, what things? I'm like, camera things. She's like, ew, I'm like, not those things.
Well, those videos don't get posted on
YouTube. Those videos go on my other YouTube channel, don't look at that one. No, so I told him, we're gonna deck this room out and this is gonna be where we film our stuff, and lucky enough she's been really supportive and being able to help us out with that. And that's one of the other things as well. Like if you do YouTube yourself, like as a solo person, man, the amount of stress and time, like you're going to put a stress on your relationships. Now, benefit of you young people, you got school and that's about it, right? School and maybe sports. Ditch sports. Sports ain't done nothing. You know, I mean, like I got
of course, someone being your size.
I got this figure, this beautiful schoolgirl figure by not playing sports. Sports. You know, so like you have that beauty of free time, you know? And the horriblest thing, right? Not the horriblest thing, it's actually the greatest thing.
Well, horriblest isn't even a word.
So horriblest is not a word. So when we started, we're like, yeah, we'll do YouTube and it'll be fun, it'll be great. And
1 second. There's a Batman outside.
Holy shit, holy crap, there's Batman.
This is a family event.
Crap isn't any better, but it's Batman. Yeah, and we had the horrible thing, we're like, we're gonna kick things off, we're gonna run this YouTube channel, and my wife's like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. No, and then like, that's the other thing. So now I'm balancing the life of a new father, trying to run my own business, trying to work full time, and trying to just be a genuine human being. All the rest are really good. The genuine human being part, I got no idea. Yeah.
I know your list of priorities, and being a good person is not in the top 3. But the thing that comes with
you're the same as well, because you're a father of 2.
Ella too as well, yeah. And it's hard. I mean, what else can you say? It's hard. You got to balance everything. But
what's it like working in YouTube? Hard.
Is that the?
But it's got sparkles on it.
Is that the TLDR for
yeah, too long. Don't worry. That panel was really long. What was it about? Oh, YouTube's hard.
YouTube's really hard and expensive.
Oh man.
You don't go into it, you think, I just need a camera. I just need a camera and that's my start.
Dude.
How many cameras have we been through?
We've gone through about 3 iPhones.
Yeah, well, it's phone.
That's the other benefit. Like if you use an iPhone, right? The iPhones are better than most cameras these days. Like we have that camera up there with. Now that's lovely, Dylan. Dylan's our third co-founder. He's really good at holding a camera and filming and editing. So we just kind of do the talking and he hangs out over there. But yeah, so like that's the thing. We spent a ton of money on that thing, but it's crazy.
It's worth it though, that's the thing. It's such a big investment, but once you get the right equipment and you do your first video and you edit it and you finalize it and you put it on YouTube and you sit back and watch it and you can go, I made this and this is
and then you spend the rest of the week going, look at what I made.
But it has 3 dislikes. Don't look at what I made.
I've disabled the likes.
But the thing is, like, once you put up a video and you finally get your first video that cracks 1,000 views. Amazing. That is such an incredible feeling. Especially if that video has no dislikes.
See, the toughest thing.
First episode of For the Player.
Yeah, so the one thing that was, what we've done recently, we've just launched, so the way our channel works is we have the guaranteed videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's our deal. 9 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday, Friday is where you'll find a video from us. Now on the Monday, we have our newly designed show. It's called For the Players. It's a PlayStation show. We talk nothing but PlayStation. And whether it be good or bad, it's PlayStation. And we only launched that a couple of weeks ago, and it was one of those things. Is what we launched it, and it just happened to go well. Like take advantage of a particular niche. So a lot of you guys, if you guys didn't know Kind of Funny before, because I went Kind of Funny, you went. So that's what you did. You went. Nothing. So they were running the most successful PlayStation podcast in the entire world. It was the #1. It was the biggest thing you've ever seen. That just stopped. So there was a clear demand for a PlayStation show. And if you're gonna go out there and make a YouTube channel or make some sort of content like that, find a niche, find something that no one else has that you think you can do well.
Or find something that people have that you think you can do better.
Like man, if you did an Xbox podcast right now, people would want it. Yeah. Because I don't know what you're going to talk about and I want to hear about it. Because Xbox don't got much going on. If you can make an hour video about Xbox, you're impressing me right now. Zing to Xbox.
Come on, you have one.
I do love my Xbox too. But that's the thing, find that niche, find something that nobody else is doing and exploit it sounds bad, but like use it. Like if you're really good at fighting games, I'm not. If you're really good at racing games, I'm not good at that either. Like find that, because there's a line between people who want to watch people that are really good at something. So that makes sense when no one watches us, because it's not really good at it yet. But no, like I said, find that thing that makes you you. One of the biggest things you can do, there are millions of people on YouTube that are making content, especially in the games media. There are thousands that are doing it the same as you, if not better than you. So find one thing that you have in this world that nobody else has is you.
Whoa. Come from?
I don't know.
I was just calling you a bad person, and then I
bust some philosophy. No, but like that's exactly the point. It's like no one else will make a channel like you, and that's the thing. So you gotta find that, and people want to become interested in you.
Like the best thing that's happened to us recently with the streams is that we do have a core group of people that come to us. There's a few in the crowd right now. Put your hands up.
Yeah. Woohoo! Holy crap, you? I don't know who you are. Oh!
Holy shit!
That's the thing. There are people, like, when we said we'll come to this convention, we knew there was a handful of people that always rock up in our stuff, and then like, maybe there's something else. I had no idea. Nice to see you, man.
Well,
nice to see
thank you.
That's the thing, it's all this mystery of the internet. There's like all these names, and it's like...
Especially when you only know people by their screen names.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, Bluntman 420's here again. Like, woo!
Yeah, Bluntman. Turns out he's not high at all.
Yeah, I'm like,
The name is
he's really centered for Blunt Man 420. Like, go him. Yeah, so it's cool to like meet the people that you think, and this is something that we should mention as well. Like, so we know the guys at Generation Play. They've got the right idea when it comes to community. Community is key. So we're doing the same thing now. We're growing our community. We're finding like-minded people that enjoy the same things we do, and that's the key.
But in that same note as well is finding other channels like you in your area that you can collaborate with and network.
Yeah.
That is so important, and we haven't done it.
See, that's the other thing.
We talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
We never do it.
There's the other thing. So when it comes to content creation and being creative, there's two kinds of people. There's people that will be like, F everybody else, we are doing it this way and we're going to do it. And there's the other people which are like, let's work together and create something better together.
Yeah, friendship.
See, friendship is awesome, man. It's people yelling about it. No, and that's the big thing. Like, if you work in a space where you're like, no, I'm not working with anyone. I don't collaborate. I don't do anything. You're just destroying yourself. Like, the benefit of YouTube is it's a big open media. Like, people at Channel 7 aren't going to work with Channel 9. But that's a horrible example. Who watches free-to-air TV anymore?
Ooh, no one.
Yeah, it's like Marvel and DC. There we go. They're never going to work together.
Well, they have.
Shut up. You're ruining my analogy. I've lost the analogy, now you wrecked it.
Like pirates and ninjas.
Like pirates and...
Yeah, they're not in Frona, that's fine.
They're different years, different.
Yeah.
One's on land, one's in the ocean, and...
We get it, really.
Yeah, I get where you're going. It's like Assassin's Creed. Oh my god, that is pirate and ninjas.
Oh no.
Well, that analogy's ruined. Pirate ninjas exist, apparently.
Ford and Holden.
What's that?
Ford and Holden.
Yeah, I don't know cars.
Yeah, but they don't work together.
I don't know what that means. They share engines. They both have engines, yeah.
This is just reinforcing the power of collaboration and networking.
Yeah.
Everyone works together.
So like, here is my example of an analogy. I ruined it. People help me. Some of them made it better. Some of them didn't. Like me. But yeah, look, as I said, we've got some games to give away. If you guys have a question, ask a question, get yourself a game. Or don't. Yes! Why does he wear... Okay.
They're late to the party.
I totally forgot that we should have addressed that.
Just before we got up here, Thrill of the World were up here. They are... Oh, you introduced them before.
Yeah, so there's a group of guys called... was it?
Thrill the World. Thrill the World.
I just told you.
Thrill of the World, Geelong.
4 years together and you still don't listen to me.
Not at all. So they're called Thrill of the World Geelong, and what they do is they make cool zombie outfits and they do cool zombie things, and they showed you how to make zombie clothes. And so he's going for the 70s mum.
Think Fallout.
In Fallout, yeah. It's having a tough time.
Yeah.
So that's why he looks like that. What do you play? So a PS4 or a PC? Alright, hang on. Oh, Nate.
The other PC game is...
I'm just gonna watch you all, like, let me dig around in my pockets. Alright, make your way up here, bud. Here's a code for Atelier First, the Alchemist on the Mysterious Journey. There you go, bud. Congratulations.
Ooh, congrats, dude.
Enjoy a free game. No idea if it's good, but it's free. You've already got
Doesn't
one.
matter.
What's your question, bud? Who do I watch on YouTube? I watch predominantly the channel called Kinda Funny. The two people on there, Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty. They're the key reasons I went to this channel. They used to work at IGN, and they were like the most knowledgeable people in PlayStation. For me, I love PlayStation. I wanted PlayStation news and in-depth thought, so that's where I went to. What channels do you watch?
The Game Theory.
Game Theory.
You ever watch Game Theory?
Game Theory is
yes,
fantastic.
with Matt Pat. Excellent. And he also has Film Theory now as well.
Yep.
Awesome channel.
See, that's another person that's like, this is my niche. My niche is breaking down games unnecessarily. And it is amazing.
Yeah. Well, my son has his favourite YouTube channel as well. Dan TDM, Jacksepticeye. You know all of those? It must be the age thing.
Must be the age thing, yeah.
Popular MMOs.
He was loud and his voice confused me.
Markiplier.
Markiplier has a voice. That voice. But yeah, that's pretty much like the thing. It's like, and that's probably a key thing. What we did is, you can see, so
get it together.
Another sentence is probably like, imitate until you can innovate. So find find channels that you love and you like how they do and what they do. Copy that, not identically, but you copy it and then you make it your own.
Not word for word. You need to write your own script.
Yeah, like as in take what that bit, what the essence of that channel and what that video is, take it and make it your own. And that's probably the key thing. And like, there's no problem. And like what we do is it's three guys that sit behind a table and talk about movies and TV, and then we play games. Like everybody does that on the internet. Mm-hmm. So, but what we try to make it a little bit different because we do.
More questions, right?
More questions. Pink hair.
What games are you playing at the moment?
What are we playing at the moment?
Injustice 2. Destiny.
Yeah, okay. So I just bought Destiny for $20 off Harvey Norman. I'm gonna play the.
You buy it from Harvey Norman.
Because it was $20.
Cheaper in JB Hi-Fi.
Oh, cheaper than $20.
I spent 70 on it a month ago.
Yeah, but I have a very clear rule: like you don't buy from Harvey Norman because they suck. But
Just
$20.
Persona 5.
Yeah. Well, the other game that I just finished playing was Wipeout, the Omega Collection on PlayStation. That was really cool. It made me want to feel ill all the time. What else? Dave, what else have we been playing? This is Dave. Dave's our PR guy. He's the one that arranges all the games for us. What else have I been playing? Tekken 7. Tekken 7 was a really cool one. That was a great game. We've got our hands on ARMS for Nintendo Switch nice and early, so we can spend some time with that. Yeah. For me, I pretty much just play whatever. Like, I'm really bad at finishing games. I play for the better.
Have you finished a game this year, start to finish? Have you seen any credits roll this year?
No.
And how many games have you played this year?
Like 100.
You are the worst kind of person.
And that's the other thing that we do, because for us, with what we do, so we reach out to PR.
Do we have a code to give away?
Oh yeah, here you go. What do you play? PC or PS4?
PC.
Cool. Here you go. As I reach around my pocket, here's a code for Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. There you go.
Enjoy blowing dudes'
Enjoy.
faces off.
Shoot dudes in the
afar.
face. Yeah, that's a good question. Jet, was it? Yes, Jet, what's your question?
What Pokemon clones do you like?
Pokemon clones, we're talking like uranium and all that sort of stuff, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
I got on the Yokai Watch train back in the day.
There's the Yokai Watch right man right
I know,
there.
I saw that before. I dug it. And
Yeah?
my kid dug it as well.
Because it's like Pokemon, but they're like little spirits?
Ghosties.
Ghosties?
Yeah.
Little spookies? Yeah. Okay, I don't know. They're called yokai, yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, it's in the name. Well, let's talk about Pokemon. So, like, this is like right now, the Direct just happened a couple of days ago, the Pokemon Direct. Yep. Where they were talking about, we're going to announce the next big thing for Pokemon. It's a game that came out 4 years ago. No one really cared for it then. You should care for it now.
People cared for the game, just not the console that it was on at the time. Because
Yeah.
Pokken Tournament is awesome, and I will not hear any differently.
Perhaps we'll fight on stage, apparently.
As your stepmother.
Oh, well, the flashbacks. Look, yes, that's the thing. I was expecting the new biggest, best Pokemon game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I wanted like a proper Pokemon game on the Switch is what I wanted, what I needed.
It's coming. Wait for E3.
Oh my God, E3.
And I believe we have one more question down the front.
Yes, little Ben. My favorite Pokemon. See, this is the thing. I'm old as hell, so.
You're like 28.
Shut up. So, like, for me, my Pokemon are like the original 150. That's where I live. And if Gold and Silver, I can name you about 5 of them. Not off the top of my head right now, but I can. And then from then on, I got no idea what happens. There's like 700 Pokemon now.
800.
What the hell? When did that happen?
I don't know.
So
Like, yeah, what? Like, 800 Pokemon. Like, I thought it was hard enough trying to get 150 back in the day. But my favorite Pokemon by far is probably Scyther. I don't know why. Dig Scyther. Scyther's great.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Mine's
the place.
Pinsir.
Oh, enemies!
Bug friends. The thing is, with Pokemon, is there was a point where they just ran out of ideas, and we ended up with the trash can Pokemon.
Yeah, here's Pokemon that is literal trash,
Yeah, the Pokemon is trash.
and some guy's eating an ice cream in the studio. He's like, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Some guy drops his keys. Pokemon.
Yeah, that's right, Klefki.
Some guy's like, Pokemon.
He gets off the toilet, looks in the bowl.
He's like,
Pokemon.
Pokemon! That's what they've done at this point.
To summarise everything we've said here, YouTube.
Oh yeah, we really got off the
This is
track.
what we were talking about.
We were here talking about what's to do in YouTube video game coverage. Then we saw about Pokemon.
YouTube is super hard to break through.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, just do it. You're not going to get anywhere unless you start. Even if you've just got a crappy webcam on a laptop, make a video. You don't even have to put it up for anyone to see.
Thank you very much. Here you go. Have a code for Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
I didn't get one either.
For PS4. Bad news for you.
Is that our last,
PS4, my
is that
friend?
our last code?
No, but I'll take it.
He'll take
How
it.
this works? That's fine. There you go.
Is that the last code? That is the last code.
That is the last code.
It's super hard, but just do it. Make a video. You don't have to put it up to anybody. Just learn. That's all you can do.
I want to drop another bit of wisdom.
We have one more question from Lee.
Question. Yes. Yes.
Am I in it for the codes?
Good, because there's none left.
I know. In regards to getting your videos out there,
Yes.
what is your opinion on paid marketing, whether it's out and organic growth?
So your question is, when it comes to putting out your content, do you head down the paid route? So paying for YouTube, paying for social media boosts, all that sort of stuff. Don't.
The thing
There seems to be a glitch with his Facebook. For me, it'll be like, do you want to increase your views by 500? It's $3. He's like, want to increase your views by 500? It's $3,000.
It goes up every week, so I'll go, here's a post you guys made. If you want to reach 15,000 people, it's only $16,500.
And for mine, it's like, it's $8. Like, if we're
It's
gonna do it
because
on a-
Facebook knows that I dislike it so much. It's waiting for me to accidentally hit that button.
The toughest thing when it comes to paid growth, right, is a lot of those people will come and initially give you that bump that you need, and you'll never see them again. There's previous people that we worked with, as an example, not naming and shaming, but like they have bought likes on Facebook, right? So their page had a good couple thousand likes, but the problem was none of those people were interacting. It's purely a vanity number. It doesn't have any benefit. And you'll be the same, right? You could have 1,000 subscribers, but if you're only getting 4 views per video, something's going on.
And these are things that publishers and whatnot look at when they check you out. They'll see, wow, your Facebook page has 10,000 likes, but no one comments on anything you put up. So then, what's the point?
But don't get me wrong, like campaigns when it comes to social media and whatnot are good. We've just done one recently to sort of test the water, we didn't get a lot of what it is, probably not our money's worth. So especially when you're in...
I mean Dave's money's worth?
Dave's money's worth. I didn't spend any money, thank Christ. Yeah, so it's kind of, it's touch and go. Give it a try, but I wouldn't recommend it. Personally. Because like I have money that needs to go elsewhere. But yeah.
Organic growth is what we are.
Organic growth is bigger, it's better. You're going to have that more collaborate. Like, you're going to have more people involved. You're going to have, like, especially if you're live streaming, you'll have more people in your chat, and like these people actively care about what you do.
It might take longer for you to get to where you want to be in terms of numbers and likes and subscribers, but once you get there, you will know you have earned it for what you are and what you do. Dylan, what do you want?
Who are you guys and where can we find you?
Are you telling us to wrap up?
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, and just one up. I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Saunders.
We are the PopCulturists. We have a little booth over there. We're playing Switch. So if you've got any more questions, come play Switch with us. Come have a chat. Beat the crap out of us in Mario Kart. You're more than welcome to. But yeah, this is it. We make YouTube videos and we come up here.
What's good about Mario Kart is you got the review copy for that game.
Sure did.
And then we went to Melbourne a few weeks ago and we played each other. I smashed you. I haven't played it for 5 years and I annihilated you.
If you want
So
to
what did you do with the review copy?
Here's another rule of thumb. Everyone that's in games media, not always really good at games. But yeah, do you have anything else? You had a list of things to talk about, did you?
Yeah, we hit them all.
We hit them all?
Somehow.
Some of them. Any more questions or anything? Or we can...
Yes, Dylan.
We're open discussion about anything. Yes.
Where can we find you?
youtube.com/thepopculturists. Our table is covered in business cards. Come take one. Come have some fun. Have a chat with us. Yes, lady with a hat with a thing on her head. Okay.
What was the question?
This is more of a statement. So she mentioned how she came over to play Mario Kart with us before. Horrendous. Like, you know how, like, oh, you're really bad at Mario Kart. I could beat her. I could beat her. He's so good. Easy.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
We should have a little tournament.
But yeah, any other questions or anything? Yes, down front. Yes.
What is your most anticipated or that we're going to bring up this game?
Yep.
Which one was the most famous?
Okay, the question is, with E3 around the corner, what is our most anticipated and looking forward to PlayStation game?
There's so many. That's the thing.
See, you've asked the right guys. Just saying. SOCOM.
SOCOM.
Oh my god.
Crash Bandicoot.
You get that in like 2 weeks.
Side note: this is Aina. She's running this whole thing. Give her a round of
Round of
applause. But the answer is Crash Bandicoot. I'm so keen for Crash Bandicoot, like you got no idea. That's an easy one, but like for me, the one that gets me most excited is God of War. Like I loved God of War back in the day, and I sort of forgot how good it was. I sort of put it aside. I'm like, I'll come back to that in some time, and then I picked God of War 3 up for like $4 on a Steam sale. Not a Steam sale, on like a PSN sale. That game is so good.
You can get the Blades of Chaos in the back corner stall there.
I know, I want them so bad.
For me, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting more news on The Last of Us 2. I am so keen.
Which one, sorry? Hellblade.
Oh, I saw that trailer the other day. That looks amazing. Did that have a release date? That looks... Did you see the trailer?
No.
We'll watch it when we get off stage.
Cool. Look, yeah, God of War by far. I'm really keen for The Last of Us 2, but I know in me that that's not coming out for a while.
Also, you never finished the first one.
I never finished the first one.
You're a real piece
I'm also
of work,
really, like, I would love to see Days Gone by Sony Bend. I think they've been quiet for way too long. Days Gone. It's that sort of Sons of Anarchy meets The Walking Dead. It sounds awesome and it looks really cool. And my theory is that'll come out this year, with God of War coming out in March of next year. Or vice versa. Battlefront. See, I was so keen for Battlefront when it came out, and I played about 5 hours of it. I'm like, this is beautiful. And they got the VR. They got the VR X-Men thing. This is amazing. And Assassin's Creed isn't my jam. It's not mine at all. Are you?
I want it to be, but no, unfortunately not.
I'm hoping. I'm cautiously optimistic when it comes to what is looking to be Assassin's Creed Origins. I think Ubisoft have done the right thing by stepping away for a couple of years. So taking that time away, redefining what that is. The biggest problem when it comes to...
Maybe now the NPCs will actually have bases.
Yeah. The biggest problem when it comes to annualized games is because no matter what game you're making, it will have this dev cycle of a good 2 to 3 years. So if there's any issues that come up recently, those issues won't be amended for another 2 years down the track. Yeah. So if there was an example where there was a problem in Assassin's Creed Unity, right? Then there'll be a problem in Syndicate, and then whatever the next one would have been would have had the same problems. Yeah. It's like Call of Duty. How Call of Duty is mostly the same at this point because they haven't been able to churn over a new cycle.
I just realised why I haven't been able to hear anything.
Oh,
compressing maze.
Unity was the multiplayer one, yes? Yeah, it was like you and your buddies could play online and drop in, drop out, right?
The one thing they do well with Assassin's Creed is the trailers. The trailers always get me hyped up. And then the game comes out.
They did it with the movie. The movie, I'm like, this movie's going to be great. No. It's a very bad movie. Now, I heard someone say Far Cry over there is a beautiful...
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
Oh.
The trailers, the character trailers they're putting out for the... I think we've had 3 so far. The Reverend, the hick guy... You know, the farmer and the chick behind the bar. Awesome. They are building such cool characters.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
What I'm looking forward to see the most is like Far Cry has a really good formula. As it's like we're in an exotic location. There's going to be animals that attack people. You're going to shoot things and you're going to climb towers.
And you're going to die about 8 times to honey badgers.
Yeah. And you're going to be like, I need to build a wallet. Let's go kill 5 pigs. Like, I don't know how it works, but that's how it works. So
isn't one enough?
What's that?
Isn't one enough?
No, you think so, right?
More pockets.
Yeah, all pockets. So for me, I'm curious on how they bring that into the American area. Like, I don't mean to alarm anyone. There's not many exotic animals in the outskirts of America. Like, we like to tackle some bears, maybe
We're gonna get
regular
wrecked by a
badgers.
moose.
Not Canada.
It's close enough.
Far Cry Straya, that would be amazing. We go into like the bush or like the desert. We just climb
Everything is
things.
as scary as a honey badger, and they actually add in the drop bears, the mythical drop bears.
Yeah, they play on what we think
Australia
people think
is.
Australia is.
Yeah.
So like, there's no cars in the game. You just jump in kangaroos and bounce around.
Hop on the toilet, spider.
Yeah, and like
spider.
as you're in the kangaroo, you pull out the echidna like it's a bomb, and you whip it. And it like takes out the tires of the kangaroo. Or the
No, well,
feet,
the
I
echidna
guess.
bombs are like the nail bombs because the spiders go.
Yeah. Face. Yeah, I'm really keen to Far Cry 5, but I'm also more keen for Far Cry Straya now. So let's hope that comes out instead.
Let's hit up Ubisoft after the panel.
Yeah, we'll send them an email and we're like, look, Montana seems like a really cool place, but can you do something in the outer suburbs of Melbourne?
It's just Fitzroy Station.
Look, there's a really cool suburb called Mill Park. Can we do it in Mill Park? Yeah, Far Cry Sunshine.
Far Cry Footscrape.
That's what I'd love to see. That'd be amazing.
And there's no creatures. It's just the general populace.
but like you're playing Far Cry in this real world, and you're climbing things. Everyone's like, "What are you doing?"
It's the thick Aussie accent. Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah. Hey, can I get a pack of Winnie,
Like,
please?
yeah, like the enemy of the game is like, yeah.
The enemy of the game
Far
is just...
Cry's had amazing villains with like Vass and what's the guy from 4?
I didn't play for it.
The guy from 4, Troy Baker. He had a really weird name, if I remember right. Which one?
Me.
No. Oh, it'll come to me. Pagan Min.
Me.
Yes, Pagan Min. So these really cool villains, right? Imagine that, because ruined it when the big villain of Far Cry Australia is Jono.
He's got the mullet. He's got the Winnie Blues in his chest pocket.
Yeah, with his sergeant at arms, Trent from Punchy. Yeah, that'd be amazing. How the hell do we get to Far Cry Australia?
And the Molotovs are just old VB bottles. Strapped around his belt.
Who would buy Far Cry Australia?
Yes. We need a photo of that to send to Ubisoft.
All right, I'm gonna do this. All right, let's get some selfie. So these are the people that won Far Cry Australia. Woo! Done. I'm gonna send a very heavily worded email saying, "Dear Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed dead.
Far Cry, you know it, dead.
Tom Clancy dead, literally, and his games."
Wow.
The answer is Far Cry Australia. No, it's Far Cry Straya.
Oh,
Let
don't.
me spell it right.
Don't.
Cool. Anyone else any questions or anything dumb we can talk about for a minute?
How do you divide decimals?
Hey, I don't know.
What?
How do I divide decimals? Like, I don't know. Look, I'm actually jokes aside, I'm actually a qualified scientist. I went to uni for like 5 years, did a bunch of sciencey things, and I was like, screw that noise, now I make YouTube videos. So like, that's always fun. But Left 4 Dead, one of the first things I did when I got a decent PC is I got Left 4 Dead 2 and the mod that doesn't make the bodies evaporate, because that was stupid. Did you remember that?
No.
So Left 4 Dead 2, when it came out, the biggest problem that it had is because you were killing people with a zombie-like virus, the classification board were like, no, banned. It's got to be edited so that you're not actually killing real people. So they made the mod that they kind of didn't look like people, and they would you'd shoot them, they'd fall and they'd disappear.
Oh, okay.
So there's the joys of the internet. Someone's like, look, here's a patch. This patch will unlock the game properly. So when you kill 40 people, there's 40 people in front of you, and it makes the game so much. But Left 4 Dead is fantastic. It's a great multiplayer.
I was hoping that Evolve would have that kind of a vibe to it. Unfortunately, it kind of flopped.
The biggest problem is with Valve as a company, they don't need to make games anymore. They make enough money through Steam and everything, so they could probably just do whatever they want. But that would be if come Monday morning with Microsoft's E3, here's Project Scorpio, and it has Left 4 Dead 3. I'm like, I'm buying a goddamn Scorpio.
We need to wrap this up.
You need to wrap this up?
We've gone a bit too long.
Beautiful. All right, well, thank you everyone for coming and checking us out and getting involved in the conversation. And said, if you want to come chat to us some more, we'll be hanging out over there playing Mario Kart on the Switch. It was lovely to meet you all. As I said, youtube.com/thepopculturists is where we hang out. Facebook, you do the spiel, you know the spiel.
You just did it.
Yeah. There, Facebook, Instagram, all those places, PopCulturists. We have a little group on Facebook as well. We're getting a lot of active conversation. But yeah, come have a chat with us. I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Alders.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.